الوسائل السابقة. كمان تكريم الإسلام للمرأة أنه لم يجز العقوبة بالضرب كما قال أهل العلم إلا في حالة واحدة، عند امتناعها عن فراشه.
عند امتناعها عن فراشه.
نعم، لأنه أين يذهب الرجل؟ هو يريدها وهي تمتنع عنه، فيأتيها بالوعظ.
لا تاني،
يأتيها بالتهديد.
تاني يا مولانا الحتة
دي مهمة.
تاني دي أنا عاوز أسمعها منك تاني.
نعم.
يعني ما ينفعش واحد يضرب مراته
عشان أكل، عشان شرب، عشان لا.
أيوة،
لا يكون إلا لأجل هذه المسألة التي لا يستغني عنها.
ولا بد أن نعلم أن الضرب عقوبة شرعية لا يملك إنسان أن ينكره، لأن الذي شرعها هو الذي خلق هذا الإنسان. ولأنك يا عبد الله إذا اشتريت جهاز أو سيارة تعطى دليل كتالوج يبين لك طريقة الاستخدام. فالذي خلق الإنسان هو الذي أنزل هذا الكتاب ليبين للإنسان الخطى والطريق الذي ينبغي أن يسلكه. ولن نستحي أمام أمم الأرض في أيام جهلها أن نقر أن هذا من شريعته، وأن نذكر الغافلين الجهلة من أبناء أمة الذين ساروا في ركاب القوم أن القوم اليوم يعترفون بهذا الإعجاز في هذه الآية، بالإعجاز في هذه الآية. فإن من النساء أصناف ثلاث لا يمكن أن تستقيم الحياة معها إلا بالضرب. واضربوهن. في هذه الآية إعجاز أن أصناف ثلاثة من النساء لا يمكن أن يعيش معها رجل إلا والعصا على عاتقه. المرأة الأولى فتاة ربيت على هذا، يطلب منها أن تذهب للمدرسة فتمتنع، يضربوها. كلي، لا أريد، يضربوها. هكذا اعتادت على الضرب، تربت على هذا. فنسأل الله أن يعين زوجها عليها بعد ذلك، ولن يستقيم معها إلا إذا كان ضرابا للنساء. والمرأة الثانية امرأة متعالية مترفعة على زوجها لا تحسب له حساب، هذه أيضا لا تستقيم إلا بالعصا. والمرأة الثالثة امرأة فيها انحراف لا تقتنع بقوة رجلها إلا إذا قهرها، وإلا إذا ضربها، وإلا إذا انتصر عليها عضليا وهزمها بصوته.
Qur'an chapter 9 verse 97. The desert Arabs are the most severe concealers of the truth and the biggest hypocrites, and more without knowledge of the limits of what Allah sent down to His messenger. And Allah is omniscient, most wise.
سورة النساء الآية 34. الرجال قوامون على النساء بما فضل الله بعضهم على بعض وبما أنفقوا من أموالهم، فالصالحات قانتات حافظات للغيب بما حفظ الله، واللاتي تخافون نشوزهن فعظوهن واهجروهن في المضاجع واضربوهن، فإن أطعنكم فلا تبغوا عليهن سبيلا إن الله كان عليا كبيرا.
Qur'an chapter 4 verse 34. Men are protectors and maintainers of women because Allah has endowed them with certain qualities and they spend from their wealth. So the righteous women are those who are obedient to Allah and guard their own chastity as well as the rights and secrets of their husbands, even in their absence, as Allah has guarded the women's rights. And as for those women from whom you fear disloyalty, then you shall advise them, refuse to share their beds with them, and set forth the pending separation to them. Then, if they respond to you, then seek no means against them. Indeed, Allah is most high, most great. The Arabic word idribhunna in the context of Qur'an chapter 4 verse 34 does not mean to beat, hit, strike, or lay any form of physical punishment on your wives or any woman for that matter. Idribhunna comes from the root word daraba. This root word daraba has been mentioned probably more than any other Arabic word in the Qur'an, and probably has more meanings and definitions than any other Arabic word. When you research this root word, it really amazes me to see how some religious leaders will only accept the meaning of beat wives, like beat your wives, when there are far more logical definitions of this word that fits perfectly in the context of this verse. There is nothing in the Qur'an that gives the man the option to beat his wives. The problem that we have is that there are some religious leaders who are misinterpreting the proper meaning and context of this word in verse 34. The consistent meaning or definition of idribhunna, which comes from the root word daraba, is separate, walk away, avoid, leave. Now I want you to look at the screen. I proved two sources from Lane Lexicon, and we can all see that daraba means separate. And this right here is the perfect and correct meaning and context of idribhunna in verse 34. When most people look at this verse, for some reason they do not even bother to look at the next verse, which is verse 35. It is very important that you look at verse 35 because this helps provide the correct understanding and context of idribhunna in verse 34. When you read verse 35, we see that there is a separation between husband and wife regarding their marriage. Both sides of the family will get an arbitrator to try to help resolve the marital problems, so there is a pending separation. The couple may decide to reconcile their differences and preserve their marriage, or they may divorce, which will be a permanent separation. And this is why we know that idribuhunna in verse 34 means set forth the pending separation. And don't forget the fact that the root word daraba, which I have proved, means separate. There is nothing in this verse that says beat wives. That interpretation is false.
سورة النساء الآية 34. الرجال قوامون على النساء بما فضل الله بعضهم على بعض وبما أنفقوا من أموالهم فالصالحات قانتات حافظات للغيب بما حفظ الله واللاتي تخافون نشوزهن فعظوهن واهجروهن في المضاجع واضربوهن فإن أطعنكم فلا تبغوا عليهن سبيلا إن الله كان عليا كبيرا.
Qur'an chapter 4 verse 34. Men are protectors and maintainers of women because Allah has endowed them with certain qualities and they spend from their wealth. So the righteous women are those who are obedient to Allah and guard their own chastity as well as the rights and secrets of their husbands, even in their absence, as Allah has guarded the women's rights. And as for those women from whom you fear disloyalty, then you shall advise them, refuse to share their beds with them, and set forth the pending separation to them. Then, if they respond to you, then seek no means against them. Indeed, Allah is most high, most great.
هو الله الذي لا إله إلا هو عالم الغيب والشهادة هو الرحمن الرحيم. هو الله الذي لا إله إلا هو الملك القدوس السلام المؤمن المهيمن العزيز الجبار المتكبر سبحان الله عما يشركون. هو الله الخالق البارئ المصور له الأسماء الحسنى يسبح له ما في السماوات والأرض وهو العزيز الحكيم.
Our women are the key. A nation is taken down through the woman, and a nation goes up through the woman. You mean everything to our struggle.
Women make up half of the world's population, and yet represent 70% of the world's poor. Today, 1 in 4 children are being raised without a father, and nearly half, 45%, live below the poverty line. The U.S. is one of only 3 countries in the world that does not guarantee paid maternity leave. Women in the United States earn on an average 75 cents less than men. Gender-based violence takes more of a toll on women's health than that of traffic accidents and malaria combined. Over 130 million women living in the world today have undergone female genital mutilation. 2 million children are exploited every year in the global commercial sex trades, 80% of which are girls. 603 million women live in countries where domestic violence is not yet considered a crime. Justice for women. Justice or else.
let the man punch himself out.
What's your stand on that, champ?
Well, all I see is that, as we say throughout the Muslim world, some 600 million of us say daily that my prayers, in our prayers we say, my prayers, my sacrifices, my life, and my death are all for Allah. I repeat, my prayers, my sacrifices, my life, and my death are all for Allah.